All right, welcome everybody to Teaching Crypto Friday edition. Please hit that like, that subscribe, bell notification, and of course, super chats are open. All right, we're getting closer and closer to October, and you know what that means. October most likely going to be the biggest month of the entire bull run the last 2 years. We're talking about when we've gone from 16K sitting today at a nice 116. Obviously, we'd like to be much higher, but this was something that got my attention yesterday. Dennis Porter, who's been working on Bitcoin reserves at the state level all over the country, posted this. Something massive is coming for Bitcoin next week. We offer an opportunity to change the course of history for Bitcoin in the USA. It's that big. Okay. So most of the stuff that this guy has said has come true. It's taken a while. He said from the beginning the states would lead the way, and they have, right? The U.S. government hasn't. They've said a lot of great things, but the actions haven't followed. But this leads me to believe, Mr. FOMO, that this event, whatever it is, whether it's the government finally saying, here's how much Bitcoin we have, here's how we're going to get more, this event might fuel us to that Rocktober we're all expecting.
Yeah, I think what is going to happen, and it's in the comments below that, but I think what's going to happen is they're going to announce no capital gains on Bitcoin is what I'm hoping, because that would be big news across the country. But whatever it is, this guy has his ear to the ground. So
Well, not just here, he's flying around the country meeting with elected officials. It's
right.
not just
So he's definitely got his finger on the pulse.
Yes.
And so when he says something massive is coming next week, I believe him.
Look, I've said if we can get over 120 to end September, look out for October. My 150 to 180 right there. Alts will follow. It'll be an amazing month. And, a lot of people are saying it's going to squeeze into November. Maybe. Look, if we can get 4 weeks of a crazy run, take advantage. But again, that's not when you should be buying. Let's make that clear. We've made that clear before. If you're new and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to buy when things get good in October. No, my friend. Do your own research, obviously, but now's the time, right?
Mm-hmm. And the time was actually well before this.
Well, if you're not in, yes. The time you've had almost a year to accumulate at this point. I mean,
right.
Our last big run was last December. And a lot of the alts have just, they've recovered since then, but they haven't really, gone up so much since then. So yes, absolutely huge. Now, this is a tale of just be careful. And I saw this, Mr. FOMO, and it kind of blew me away. Kevin Durant has had his Coinbase account locked for 9 years. And he was finally able to get it reopened. And he bought Bitcoin. I didn't know this, but he had purchased Bitcoin over 9 years ago. And finally, this is Brian Armstrong here. You think it wouldn't have taken this long, right? You think he would have had agent working for him or financial advisor that could have got it. We got it fixed, account recovery complete. So he bought Bitcoin at $650. I don't know how much he bought, but hopefully for him, he doesn't need the money a lot. But that's
I would imagine that he poured a lot of money into that. A guy making tens of millions a year can afford to drop a little bit of coin on Bitcoin.
So he probably has more than one, obviously. And now
he probably has a lot.
Yeah, probably has
$650 then. With his millions, he was probably buying a lot.
Yeah. And I wish, we've said this many times, if only the show was around back then, we could have, and us and our viewers could have scooped it up at $650. The trick is keeping it, right? Because so many of these exchanges went bankrupt. But Coinbase has it, to their credit. They're the OG. But 9 years is absolutely insane. So a word of caution there. Be very, very careful. So, Mr. FOMO, I didn't ask you this off the air, but let's get right to it. What is you don't like to make predictions, but what are your realistic expectations for the next 6 weeks? Because that takes us into early November. This is when historically things have heated up the most in the market. This is like in a sporting event. This would be like both teams are tied and there's 2 minutes left and everyone in the crowd is on their feet. This is what this is. A lot of people are sleeping right now. They've been lulled to sleep because of the way this bull run has gone. What are your expectations? How crazy do you expect it to get in October?
My hope is that we see somewhere between 140 and 180 Bitcoin, and that alts follow that in a massive way. Um, that's the big question for everybody out there: is are altcoins going to run the way that they have in the past? And to be honest with you, I don't think that they're going to run the way that they have in the past. And so in October, I think you're going to be playing whack-a-mole to take profits with some of your altcoins, and so you better be prepared, because this is going to be a short bull run.
Well, it's been going on for a while, but in terms of alt season, you are probably right. Listen, always zoom out. Guess what? A year ago, 61.6, Mr. FOMO. Right now, 116. Always puts it in perspective. Who knows what this news is? I mean, no capital gains tax would be insane. Actually, that would be. I don't expect it, to be honest with you. I do not expect it, but that would be a huge game changer. And I think you would see if that happened, I think you would see a mini super cycle where you would go into October, November, and early December of complete chaos of people trying to make as much money as they can before the end of the year. That's what I think would happen.
I hope that's what happens.
But we'll see. I mean, I think that's very difficult to get done for many reasons. There's a lot of red tape with saying no capital gains. Would I love to see it? Absolutely. Do am I expecting it? No. What I'm expecting is a more clear strategy and specific ways the U.S. government will get more Bitcoin and how much they're going to have. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll know very early next week. If you're looking for something safe right now, I think ETH is also going to have a huge October, by the way. Huge October. Just saying. And all the alts we've talked about before, they've just kind of been stagnant. That's kind of the way it is. But I'll just say right now, the ETH is kind of sitting at 4,500. It's just kind of been flatlined. I'm expecting a huge run for ETH. Now, I did want to mention one token really quickly that we haven't talked about that much. Quietly, this month, Mr. FOMO, Avalanche is up 46%.
Wow.
Yes. So if you don't know, Avalanche has a contract with the state of New Jersey for tokenization for the next 5 years. It's one of the few cryptos that I actually think will have some real value going into 2030 for sure. And its all-time high is 123.74. You can pick it up today at $34.10. Market cap is 14.5 billion, but this is a real project. Like we joke about Pengu. Yeah, the penguins are cute, but are penguins going to be around 10 years from now? Toys? I don't know. But I'll say this. If the state of New Jersey and Avalanche are serious about tokenization, it actually does happen. Avalanche is severely undervalued. That's another one. And we're always honest with you. I don't have exposure. I'm looking to get into late this month before October, because I do believe Avalanche will 2 to 3x in about 4 to 5 weeks from today. You heard that here first. I'm expecting Avalanche to make a push towards triple digits.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So we always want to give our viewers something to think about. Obviously, you got to do your own research. Be careful. But guys, the best times are hopefully right around the corner. For Mr. FOMO, the AZcrypto, you guys have a wonderful weekend.